Well, hello team. I hope that you are having a wonderful, fabulous day. This is video number 2 from me. In case you missed the last one, you might want to go back and just scroll through our team page on Facebook and see about watching the first one. The first one was about passion and positivity, and so today I wanted to focus more on the aspect of how do you gain customers? How do you gain people who either want to become a customer under you or either want to become a coach under you? How do you find these people to reach out to? And so I just wanted to quickly go through some steps and some advice, some information that I think that will be helpful for you. Sometimes, first and foremost, sometimes we tend to make things a little more difficult than what they really are. We tend to think that we have to find somebody, that fits a certain, cookie cut mold in order to be able to reach out to them or whatever. But I just want to say that those are limitations we put on ourselves. I'm guilty of it myself. First glancing at and looking at somebody going, they're not the right fit. And then you look back later and they're doing something with somebody else, or they're doing the very thing that you discounted them for. So, just as scripture, in the scripture, it talks about, when Samuel was sent forth by God to find the king, in which he was sent to find King David, actually to find David to crown him, to anoint him king. And he was looking at everything. And scripture tells us that God does not look on the things that man looks at, because man looks at the appearance, but God looks at the heart. And so I share that in saying with you and encouraging you to just not discount anyone. So as you think about people that you can bring into your clientele, customers, whatever you want to call them, whether it be customers, clients, whatever you feel good about calling them, as long as it's something good, and that's just a joke. So first and foremost, you want to reach out to your friends and your family. First, look at the very people who you have close relationships with. Look at people within your family circle and look at people within your friend circle. And when I say friend circle too, I'm also including your Facebook friends list. And you don't want to just go down the list and start bombarding people. Hey, guess what? T25 just came out. And this would be great for you. But and it may work for certain people. Okay, doing that with certain people may work. But when you're looking at friends on Facebook, more than likely, let's say you have 1,000 friends, and I don't know how many friends you have on your Facebook page, but let's just say you have 1,000 friends. There's no way possible that you have 1,000 close relationships. You have 1,000 people on your friends list. Some of them you're going to be really close with. Some of them you actually see on a daily basis, face to face. Some of them you actually chat with on the phone, either actually through a conversation or through texting. Some of them you actually hang out with. You may go to dinner or a movie or, girls' night, whatever. Some of these people you actually really do have close relationships with. But out of those 1,000 people, there's going to be a big pool of people that you know. Okay, and when I say that means either you used to work with them, maybe they're a friend of a friend's, maybe they're a friend of your cousin's or your mother's, or somebody you knew when you were a child in your childhood. Maybe it's somebody that you know from high school or from primary school, elementary school, or from college. Some of these people you're going to know, but you are not necessarily connecting with them on a daily basis. So when you are dealing with those people, you want to connect with them. You don't want to send, let's say you have a friend named Sally. You went to high school with Sally. You haven't talked to Sally in, let's say, 10 years. You're friends with her on Facebook, but you haven't actually initiated a conversation. You just accepted her friend request. So with Sally, what you're going to do with Sally is you're not going to send Sally a message saying, hey, I've got this great workout program called Focus T25, and for 5 days a week, you can work out for only 25 minutes a day. And, you know, the greatest thing about Focus T25 is not only that it's 25 minutes and 5 days a week, but Shaun T, the creator of Hip Hop Abs, Rockin' Body, and Insanity Asylum 1 and 2, he is the creator of Focus T25. I would love to get you plugged into one of my challenge groups. So what do you say? Sally's going to look at that and she's going to say, ignore. She's probably not even going to reply to you because she is thinking, I haven't talked to you in 10 years and this is the conversation you want to have. You're trying to sell me something. So what you want to do with Sally is you want to just out of the blue pop up with Sally and say, hey, Sally, I just, was thinking about you today, and, it's crazy that it's been 10 years since we last chatted. So what's going on in your life? What's new with you? How's your family? How's your kids? Whatever. You want to start just initial conversation with Sally. You want to start reconnecting with her and building that trust. Because after 10 years, Sally doesn't know what you're doing. Okay? Sally has no idea what your personality is anymore. She has no idea what your agenda is anymore, even if you were best friends in high school. It's been 10 years since you connected with Sally. Sally may not even remember that y'all are even friends on Facebook. So don't reach out to those people initially with, hey, I've got a challenge pack I want to give you. Or, hey, have you heard of Shakeology? Hey, let me get you plugged into this group. Hey, this fitness program just came out. Or would you be interested in me sending you more information? With those people that you do not have a good found relationship with, do not go ahead and reach out to them that way. You want to start reaching out to those people with initial reconnecting conversations. Build that relationship back up so that eventually Sally, who knows, maybe the first or the second conversation, maybe Sally is the one that's going to say, when you say, how are you, Sally? Tell me about your family. Tell me about your kids and your job and all that jazz. And after she gets finished sharing with you what's going on in her life, she may on her own say, hey, I noticed that you are into health and fitness really big right now. You look great. Can you tell me what you're doing? Because I've been looking to lose a few pounds and what I've been doing just isn't working. There's the door for you to go ahead and share, not sell. Share what you're doing and share what's worked for you, and then just leave it in her court, not necessarily say, you're vomiting information to her, but share what you're doing, share what's worked for you. And when you see that she's saying, I've been looking to lose a few pounds and what I'm currently doing just isn't working, share with her what you're doing, as I've said. And I know I sound like a broken record right here. But share what you've been doing, share your experience, share what's worked for you, and then say, hey, Sally, what are you doing, if you don't mind me asking? What are you doing currently that isn't giving you the results that you want? And then she's going to share, and then that leads into the conversation of you being able to say, you know what, with your goals, with what you're wanting to do, I've got this great workout program that I think would work perfectly for you. Or, hey, Shakeology would be great for you. If she's not interested in exercise, maybe she's just interested in something that's going to boost her nutrition. So that's what you want to do with people that you are not connected with on a close relationship. But those people that you are connected with closely, your family, your friends, your close friends, you can go ahead and say, hey, I was thinking today. Of course, you always want to open it up still with, how are you? I was thinking about you today, and start it off with a normal conversation. Don't be all salesy and stuff. Okay, but there is a way to share these products and share your challenge groups and share Shakeology with people without coming across as the vacuum salesman that's knocking at your door that you want, you've switched off all the lights and now you're hiding in your closet from. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. You don't have to be salesy. You can just share from your experience. So that's what you want to do. You want to sit down with a list. You want to create a list of people that you are close with, friends-wise, you're close with family-wise, and then just start, making a list of people that you are connected with, either through social media, maybe your job, maybe some organization you volunteer for, all those things. You want to think about everybody you have in your circle. And your circle isn't just your close-knit circle. Start there and then branch out to your wider circles. And yes, as I said, you're not going to have a close relationship with all these people. But that doesn't mean that you cannot help these people. And also, you want to look for people, especially like on your social media, or people if you attend church or at your job. You want to listen. You want to be aware of your surroundings, and you want to be aware of what people are saying and what they're wanting and what they're doing. That doesn't mean that you have to be a stalker now. But, I'm sure, at, the coffee pot at work, you may hear, Jim, talk with Steve, and I'm just like using random names here. Jim and Steve talk, and Jim's like, yeah, dude, I've been looking to, bulk up some and gain some muscle, but I just, I don't have time to go to the gym, and I really don't know where to begin at home. Ding, 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 hello. That's a way for you to come in, not be salesy, but to offer a service, to offer some help. And you can say, I don't even remember if I said Jim or Steve, I think it was Jim. But you could say, hey, Jim, I wasn't meaning to, eavesdrop or whatever. I don't mean to be rude, but I just overheard you saying that you're looking to gain some muscle, that you'd like to bulk up. And you don't have time for a gym, and you really don't know where to begin in doing it on your own. Have you heard of P90X or Body Beast? Bam, you've shared right there. He's either going to say yes or he's going to say no. He may even ask you, hey, yeah, I've heard about P90X. I've heard about Body Beast, but, I wasn't really sure about where I could get it. There you go. There's opportunities everywhere. You've just got to be aware. You've just got to be open and not discount anyone. So I don't want to take up too much long of your time, as it's already, like 12 minutes long here in this video. But begin making a list today, and I don't want to bombard you with everything. I'm not going to tell you you have to have 100 people on your list or 250. Just begin making your list and work through that list. Check off, who you've spoken with. And that's a good thing too, a good point that just came to mind. When you are going back through your list and you say you've spoken with Sally, okay, you've initiated the conversation, y'all have reconnected, Sally's asked you what you're doing, you've shared some things because she told you she's trying to lose a few pounds, and what she's doing isn't working for her. So you shared with her, let's say you shared with her about Turbo Fire and how you've got an upcoming challenge group, and the Turbo Fire challenge pack would be great for her because it has the optimal nutrition, and it has the optimal fitness, and accountability and support to keep her going and to keep her motivated so she doesn't feel like she's on her own. Okay, she tells you, this is great, this is wonderful, yeah, I think I'm interested in that. Okay, so you tell her what the next steps are that she's got to make. Okay, you tell her, these are the requirements for my challenge group. Here's my link to my website. I'm going to need for you to create an account, a free account there, just so that I can be your coach. And then once you've done that, if you're committed with this Turbo Fire Challenge Pack, you say that you're sold on it, or, you don't want to say sold. You say that this is the perfect fit for your goals and that you're really interested in this. This is where you're going to go to get this. If you have any questions or if you have any concerns or any issues with anything, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you with this. Okay? So that's initial conversation, initial invite on that. You only want to follow up with Sally 2 more times after that. Okay? If Sally does not log into your website and create her account, okay, you've seen that the next day, Sally is not popping up in your account. You want to reach back out to Sally. Hey, Sally, I was just checking to see if you were still interested. Did you have any issues with creating your account on my website? Let me know. Can't wait to hear from you. Okay? If Sally responds to you, oh, no, I'm sorry, my time just got away from me, I'm going to do it today. Or maybe she doesn't respond. Okay, that's your second contact with Sally either way. If the following day you notice Sally still has not created a website or an account, or maybe she has created an account but she has not purchased her Turbo Fire Challenge Pack, you only want to reach back out to her for the third time. If it's concerning a challenge group, you want to say, hey Sally, I see that you created your account, but your Turbo Fire Challenge Pack isn't showing up in my back office, and I just wanted to make sure that as you placed your order, everything went well and that your order was processed correctly. If it wasn't, if you thought that your order was processed and it's not showing up, I want to be able to rectify that and get that cleared up for you. You know, there's going to be some better ways to word all this, but if you look in and Sally hasn't created her account again, you still want to say, hey Sally, I've got people, you know, ready to commit to this challenge group. We start next week, or, you know, we start on such and such day, and I'm just trying to make sure that everybody who wants a spot in this group gets their spot, so I don't want to leave you out if you are really committed and really interested in this group, so please let me know, are you still interested? Always end your conversation with a question back to them so that they can answer. You don't want to just regurgitate information. So if Sally doesn't respond to you, leave her alone. If Sally responds to you and says, hey, you know, now's not a good time for me, tell her you understand and then ask again, hey, I have these challenge groups every month. If you're really serious about wanting to lose weight or get in shape, would you like for me, you know, I'd love to get you connected with one of my upcoming challenge groups. Would you like for me to let you know when my next group is available? That's how you do that. So, with all that said, begin making your list. If you have any questions about, you know, the people who go on your list again or how to follow up with people, please let me know. If you have any questions about anything else, please let me know. And I'm going to be posting today in our group asking you what you would like for me to discuss for next week's video so that I can go ahead and get that prepared for you. Have a great day, guys. You're fabulous. You're wonderful. Love ya. Mwah. Bye.